Yeah, the difference is that for some reason the Starstone people are like become Giga Gods for whatever reason. For Aradin knows why. Olbrich runs his fingers through his red beard pensively. Well, how about that, War Chief? The wolf revealed the truth to me, and now I understand even less than before. What can you tell me about Gunrun? Well, on one hand, it's a sorry sight to behold. It's a tiny town of displaced refugees and vagrants. Our customs, our old faith, they are in tatters. But on the other hand, somehow, some way, the people of Gunrun have made it through all these years. Despite everything, they've survived. And survived, despite everything, is the greatest Sarkorian custom of all. So who knows, maybe Sarkoris will someday rise from the Gunrun like a forest from a single seed. And Era said you haven't remembered everything yet. She's right, I haven't. There were no lies in that vision, but there sure were a lot of blanks and riddles. Karena said I'm hiding something from myself, something I don't want to remember. But that's Hui. Why would I keep a secret from myself? You know what the strangest thing about that vision was? My own brother killed me. That much I remember clearly, but... Ulbrich fiddles with a braid in his beard thoughtfully. I had a big family, you know. I can name every one of them, from my great-grandfather to my nephew, but my brother, the one who betrayed me, I can't remember his name, or his face, or anything at all. Funny that. What? Good convo. The same law for basically any kind of vice or evil thing you can do or imagine. Some of them are very minor, and then you also have demon lords that are also good, gods like Lamashtu, yeah. Commander, upon hearing words of your victory in the Battle of Dresden, many leaders in Navistan have considered taking a more active supporting role in the crusade, fighting demons in the name of saving the world. It's as prestigious as ever, especially when the war is going well. The one whose help is accepted first will increase their standing in the political arena, which is why the powers are now competing for the right to conclude an alliance with Mendev before their rivals do. Nerosian has already chosen which of them is to be favored. Isker. We've been building an alliance with that nation for a long time, and now the capital is expecting you to address the steward of Isker with the official offer to support you. Lastfall is Mendev's most trusted ally. If you are to ask someone for support, it should be them, the Shining Crusade. What say we invited the sellswords of Brevoy to this party? The righteous Mendevian knights just love those hot-headed provincials who will draw their weapons and challenge you to a duel at the drop of a hat. And get this, they win such duels. Nerosian will be ecstatic to have allies like these, and I hope for the demons will enjoy the company as well. Just a note, we happen to have a neighbor who's got barely any presence in the crusade. I'm talking about Numeria. It's believed to be too wild and barbaric to have any dealings with. How about we show everyone how wild and barbaric tribes can fight, and invite them to play a bigger part in our war? Everyone... Vuljif is part of the council now. Yeah, Fox Lady. Everyone who wants to come because they listen to their hearts are here already. Time to call those who will listen to their purse. We'll drop a line to Varasian cities, tempt them with some nice spoils, and Losos have also come running. Why does Nerosian decide whose help I should accept? Because you are, with all due respect, one of Her Majesty's subjects. The economist's voice grows sterner, but after a moment subsides into a more confident tone. And because it took great effort for Mendev's diplomatic corps to win Isker over, and ensure you would receive their help, are you confident that the allies you choose yourself will be reliable? We can't call everyone for help. I wish we could, but we can't. The Shelaxians and their colonies can't stand the Andorans. Malthun is at war with Nirmathas. Nida and Laswell are daggers drawn, and all of them envy the wealth of Absalom, protest against the godlessness of Druma, the fear of revolutionary plague of Gault. They can tolerate each other in small doses, but an official letter from the commander summoning one of these nations to assist the crusade will lead to, shall we say, an eruption of toxic volcanoes across half of the course of Aveston. I'm afraid you'll have to choose which one of your allies is most desirable to you. Let's see what the council has to say. Lady Economic's voice turned silken and somewhat condescending. Commander, we both realize that Mendev's political interests lie beyond the competence of this council. The decision has already been made. In the capital, Nerosian has shown courtesy and concerns for your authority by allowing you to implement the decision yourself. Damage combat spells, 13 sorcerer recruited at command headquarters. Magic missile?
Hey, mister.
What's up, Julius? Gotta squeeze every bit of power you can out of Latzel before it blows up in 4 years. True. And somehow the Whispering Tyrant came back. So 20 times D4. So let's do the average. Let's do 3. 23 times unit number. Damage. So 60 times... Let's say 100. That sounds pretty good. 6,000 damage. I trust my council more than the royal council. Indeed, what could Her Majesty's most loyal servants possibly know about diplomacy? Let's do the council. Social, why do you suggest we accept Laswell's aid? What are you up to, Julius? The Shining Crusades of Laswell and Mendev have much in common. We protect Golarion from demons, they fight the undead and the legacy of Tar Baphomet, the Whispering Tyrant. Like us, Laswell folk are used to eternal war. They're persistent, vigilant, and know how to oppose baleful magic. Their swords will aid us on the front lines, and the watchful eye of the Inquisitors will do us much good on the home front, where spies of the Ivory Labyrinth roam. Fine. Darren, what benefit do the Sword Lords offer us? A whole slew of benefits. We'll see some fresh blood in the war, poke the oh-so-formal Neroshian with a stick, recruit excellent fighters, proud as peacocks, just begging for a chance to prove themselves. Besides, this alliance can be easily arranged. Darren smiles wistfully. I used to take private fencing lessons from a certain stealth sword of high standing. Fencing didn't work out, but her lessons were gorgeous. Darren isn't going a little far? We can't make decisions of such importance just because you had an affair with the Brevin. Lan, do you think Numeria will join us? If you treat them as equals, they will. They may be barbarians, but the standards of lands like Mendev, but nobody can call them cowards. And many of them are descendants of the Sarkorians who fled to their Khalid kin in Numeria. We'll remind them about the time they were wronged by the demons, and whole clans of adventurers will answer the call. Lan, you are so passionate about finding new friends. Together you will, sit by the bonfire, play some dissonant music instruments, pick your teeth and knives. What else do savages do for fun? We dance around naked, obviously. Sorry, I can't bring you along. They'll make fun of me for having such a scrawny friend. There's a reason why Numeria has been invited to join the crusade. Needless to say, I personally do not share this prejudice against them, but not all sovereigns of Avicen feel the same way. Some will find it beneath them to be involved in the same crusade as barbarians. Ugh. Downloading XCOM 2, I plan to play it for 20 minutes and then uninstall it out of boredom. Magic Missile is nice because quite a few enemies are immune to Fireball and Scorching Ray. Get the mech DLC for funsies, keeps it fresher for a while. Godmode, just haven't played in a few years. I remember the Chosen DLC annoying me or something. Well, I just watched Grubby play the entire thing and he loved it, so... I think XCOM 2 is really cool. It was a cool game. But what happened to Persona 4 Royale, though? Wolfjeff, tell me more about the advantages of partnership with Veracia. Veracia is a real frontier, the land of the free. Adventurers of all stripes go there to seek their fortune. The sailors there aren't scared of going after sea dragons and krakens, and the thugs, they're not scared of anyone or anything whatsoever. Those daredevils fear no demon, and that's exactly what the kind of guts we need. Are we just looking for allies or henchmen? Even I'm aware that Veracia is a realm of gangs and self-willed despotism, and I just crawled out from under a rock, you know? Lady Konomi, what sort of help can we expect from Iskir? Iskir is a nation locked in a constant territorial struggle with the goblin tribes. Countless battles have tempered their army, taught them not to fear losses, and granted expertise in both military craft and the cultivating of untamed lands. Their formidable combat sorcery would be great use of Dresden. Would you not agree? There is, however, another reason to pursue an alliance with them. Iskir is a protectorate of Cheliax, and with such a mighty patron at their back, they have no shortage of resources or troops. By establishing friendly relations with Iskir, we can strengthen our ties with a powerful neighbor in the south. The value of such an alliance is indisputable. And Lady Konomi, I do not doubt that only your innate modesty forbids you from mentioning the innumerable bribes received by Nerosian diplomats for facilitating this alliance, and Merchant Shellyax was most generous. However, among the funds that make their way into our army's coffers, I could not spot a single coin of Shellyax mintage, so why should we help you? I have made my decision. What's Woljif doing in the council? I doubt he knows anything about politics and diplomacy. I'm not gonna say that. I would not play War of the Chosen if you haven't tried it in years. It's like a whole new slew of difficulty on top of the regular campaign. So all the controls are so bad. Death to Persona. Did you officially give up, or? I turn off and just don't have to deal with the kidnapping shenanigans. Hello, after Chosen or Wrath of the Righteous, whichever one you like. Then it drops a melee immune warlock with kinetic plating. Mrs. Schultz gives it temporary HP on me. I think that's I kind of like that when I watch Garby play it. I feel like those Chosen had a lot of like personality to the game. It has a chance to ignore an enemy attack directed at it or an innocent allied unit, plus to make a counterattack. This effect works only if the unit is able to make a melee attack on the attacking enemy unit. Ah, interesting, okay. I mean, that's kind of strong. I don't know if it's... Also, these units are hella strong, 155 HP. Look at some more movement units. I feel like this guy should have rage or something. Okay. These guys seem terrible. Okay, out of these, I don't think I care about the Inquisitors. I think the Duelists or the Sorcerers make the most sense. And I don't think anyone, I don't think Kiri would like side with anything particular. I feel like everything has a good options though. Attack up to plasma weapons and shoot aliens. Or against the mage boss kind of shows in its ability so annoying to deal with. Also, it's the worst banter. It just reminded me of Shadow War a lot. Just all like them showing up and having like unique dialogue and talking to you and like teasing you and being like, "Oh, stupid human." No shot Kiri let Konami talk to him like that. I didn't see any problem with the way she's talking to him. Your friends know nothing, do what I say. Well, I don't think Kiri would be goaded into making a bad choice because he disagrees with someone. I think the duelist, this ability seems really good. Because ultimately you just plump this between like 3 units or 2 units, right, on each side. Oh, they could still outmaneuver you, I guess, but you would just pump the zoo down. And now you have a 20% chance every time you're hit to just that didn't count. Pretty good. But I think this is like the least Kiri option. I don't think Kiri would be like, oh yeah, hire the random sword lords just to meme on people. That's not the guy the most. He's just there to have fun and shoot things. All he does is make bad choices. Yeah, but those are driven by like honor. There's no honorable choice here. I think we'll stick with the theme of following the hierarchy. I think we'll follow the hierarchy because I also want the sorcerers. But we can also look at their alignment. Chaotic neutral. Chaotic neutral. Chaotic neutral. Lawful good. That's what we like. I think these guys sound interesting. I like the idea of having magic missiles. Magic missile. Your wisdom never failed you. Nerosian will be pleased to know that you're not squandering allies whom they have taken such pains to attract. The battle sorcerer Visker, hardened in the clashes with goblins, will serve you well. I won't detain you any longer, Commander. No matter foreign or domestic politics once again require your attention, I will convene the diplomatic council. You see a Kelid, around 50 years old, dressed in a doublet that looks older than its owner. Once it may have been expensive, but now it's worn and patched. A scabbarded sword hangs on his belt, covered in such a thick layer of rust that looks more like a club. His flushed, swollen face, spongy nose, and dark circles beneath his eyes suggest that he is a heavy drinker. When he opens his mouth to speak, your suspicion is confirmed by stench of stale alcohol on his breath. You're the commander, huh? It's a cozy little place you've got here. All these walls, polished furniture, solid, commendable. I think I'll give you a medal for this. And who are you? The man groans, and as he straightens up, affecting a proud noble bearing insofar as his decrepitude allows. You will be pleased to know I am Therbadine Fontissimus Hierophantul, rightful heir to the throne of Is and Old Sarkoris. He takes it. Everyone knows that no king has ever ruled over Old Sarkoris, and there is no throne in Is. How do you know? Have you been to Is? Have you seen it with your own eyes? You haven't, and if you haven't, maybe there was one. My pops used to tell me about the throne in the place, in the palace. It was gold all over and was encrusted with all manner of crusty things, like diamonds and fire ants, rubies and baubles. Couldn't take your eyes off it. That's what kind of throne it was, and it was all mine. Mine by right. Can you prove your claim to the throne? Of course! We aren't some swindlers, we have all the evidence. Here, look! He takes the rusty sword from his belt and shows you the hilt, which features a nearly worn off golden crest. The grinning animal, it depicts mostly close resembles shabby opossum. Here, the royal Smilodon is the ancient symbol of the rulers of Sarkoris. I've also got a wart on my chest in the shape of a crown. Of course, it's the heir to the throne. And for those who don't believe me, well, they can get lost. That's what I say, let them go to Pelura's Fall, where all the kings of Sarkoris are buried. There, my entire family tree has been written in stone. Go and read for yourself. Pelura's Fall, where's that? What's there? Are you deaf or what? You should drink a pine needle infusion. It'll do wonders for your ears, and your eyes too, I'm telling you. All the dead Sarkorian kings are in the ground there, in a mausoleum, tomb burials, and those, whatchamacallit, obelisks, that's right. And it's all written there. About my ancestors and about me too. Just go look, and everything will make sense. By every law of the land, I'm king. What do you think you're entitled to? There's your path. Oh, does every path lead you there, and there's just different people that show up? We're simple people. We don't need much. I mean, no, there's not what I meant. We aren't simple people. Not simple at all. And we need a great deal. A king's palace, a throne, lands. But all that can wait until you take back Is. Make all the demons leave. As for now, I wouldn't mind having a king's residence here in Dresden. A place to keep, sleep, and some food. That'd be a good start. I don't have a choice here. I see. Soldiers, throw this imposter out of here. Hey, how could you? Ah, some commander you are. Oh, anyone here in metallic background? It's a robot vacuum cleaner. 1 second. I think my dad randomly turned it on for no reason. Just normal midlife crisis stuff. I have to go. I was like, my speaker was, so no, I'm sorry. I wasn't sure if it was audible on stream or not. Here, but have you made this golden officer? Is he just standing here for no reason? There's a reason it's standing in plain view. If anyone tries to steal it, I'll see them. I may not be thrilled about having to drag this fortune out with us, but it is my duty to protect the treasury, and this fortress is the safest place in the area. Happy to be of service. Oh my god, level ups. They leveled up. I like final sentence that made Anna sound like he's in a deep cave. Wait, what? Echo, 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 echo. Okay, I think I'm gonna skip a day, so we're done with this thing. I think we'll just do that immediately. Makes sense to me at least. I'm just gonna. Oh, I didn't calculate the save, I don't think. Dude, one thing they really need to do with this game is just, like, improve the load times. These load times are insane. Like, there's no shot the game needs this much time to load on an SSD. If games like Alan Wake 2 can load in like 2 seconds, then there's no reason. There should be no load time here. But if it has to be one, it should be like that, right? Literally no reason for this. The South Council requested the Crusade leader attend their meeting. Sure. Can I not control my armies from here? I can. Horrible towards the end. I'm not sure that the game has an unfixed memory leak. Yeah, maybe. And I love having 600 Crusader armies. Guys, it's the Sorcerer Supreme! It's the Sorcerer Supreme! Look, guys, look! He disconnected. Okay, so this demon army is coming towards me, I guess. Means I can intercept it with this army to earn some XP, probably. It's a regular army, so 74 convicts, 2 paladins, and 13 sorcerers. What are you even supposed to do with 2 paladins? I don't understand. If you put this in an army, they instantly die. Look, guys, look. Okay, disconnected. No! Where are you going? Oh god. I want to go down here. How do I get here? Oh, is this curve here? Mountain? Oh, that makes sense. Okay, I don't know if this is gonna work out. I think it might though, so we'll find out, I guess. It's hard to know if you can defeat an army or not, just by looking at them. Is this a storm that stuns everything around it, or...? No. Well, we should... I don't know, the focus fire on this guy doesn't make any sense. We focus fire this guy, probably. I'm gonna wait with my attack formation. You can do this, though. Until I'm, like, in position, because it ruins my movement speed. Me big boy. Oh, this guy, why is he purple? Oh yeah, ash leprosy. Okay, so far so good. Oh no! Oh no! Well, was one of these guys dying too much for her thing? Oh, it is probably, right? And I have no way to heal. Oh man, I don't want to lose my giant. But I guess that's the price you pay, huh? For being cool. No, Giant Kun! I think I needed to set this fight up in a way where they can't attack the giant that easily, maybe? Maybe you start by throwing. I don't think this fight was as close as I thought it was going to be. Oh yeah. Somebody has to learn that fighting bigger armies is not worth it 99% of the time. What? I guess I'll just prepare to fight these guys over here at some point. I already did. I've already talked to the angel. I already spoke to the angel, mate. Nope, no, I think the vacuum cleaner's done. Alright. Ah! Yeah! Angel radiates confidence, powerful voice, solemn and proud. Champion, my heart rejoices to find you in good health. I know you have many important matters to attend to, but first listen to me. Your exploits have inspired many. The priests in Dresden and Mendev preach until they grow hoarse, surrounded by crowds of soldiers and lay people. But they are beset by doubt. Should their words stir the soldiers' hearts, spur righteous anger and thirst for victory, or should they soothe war-weary souls like a healing elixir? Perhaps they should preach vigilance and remind the masses how dark and dangerous our adversary is. Tell me, what do you think? And I shall carry your word to the priests. Battle brother, will you be my advisor? I wish I can help, champion, but I do not know if my counsel will be of any use, for I have never lived among mortals. But should I sense trouble or see a good opportunity, I will come to you and tell you the truth. Let the priests bring comfort to the stalwart warriors. Ooh. Ooh. The word must must be remembered that it is in nature and everyone must help. I feel like the effect of positive morale on finances, materials, and energy price is increased by 30%. I think sacrifice makes sense for Kyrie, right? That's his entire spiel, isn't it? I mean, that's literally Oxo 6. The rules remember that it's in danger and everyone must help. I wish I could say it is bad to sow the seeds of fear in mortal hearts, but it would be a lie. So let them tremble, for they have much to fear. Let their fear strengthen their resolve and kindle their will to fight. Only by joining forces will we be able to hold back the onslaught of the abyss. Let none sleep in peace, lulled by foolish dreams, and the war doesn't. Oh my god. Okay, that's a bit worse than I imagined it. At this point, I remain silent. I dare not disturb your father, your further champion. If John pick me, he will always take one for the team. Yeah. Hail, Commander. Captain Harmatan salutes. Permission to report, although the desertion had been halted, not everyone appreciates your methods. A circle of discontent formed within the officers' ranks, calling themselves the Very. There are no blatant signs of sedition, otherwise they wouldn't be arrested, or otherwise they would have been arrested. Still, their talk is concerning. We can't rely on them, we need our own trusted officers. I suggest enlisting some of the volunteers. We got some very capable fighters among the fresh blood every day. The kind that could be made sergeants straight away. We need those who know the meaning of honor. We'll call the paladins and knights from reputable orders, and they'll serve as an example of our soldiers, boosting everyone's morale too. Officers who are unworthy of their rank can always be replaced. We can identify experienced sergeants with reliable records of results, then promote them. Mendev is full of promising youths who overlooked when their seniors were promoted to serve in your army. We can call them here, award them rank, and they'll be grateful to us in the end of their days. What exactly are these very unsatisfied? The words of Sila and their other faithful did their job, inspiring the formerly doubt-filled. However, the more cynical officers grumble that preaching doesn't fill empty stomachs. Can't judge them for refusing to fight for pretty words. But since they're bad-mouthing us, I will have to judge the scoundrels after all. Shame on them. So they're expecting bribes? They're opportunists. And for one thing, I apologize if this sounds disrespectful, but these are the sentiments within the ranks. For an entire century, the Queen was the face of the Crusade. Even though she personally appointed you as commander, many still consider you an upstart unworthy of the high title. Many officers and soldiers dream of Her Majesty's taking the lead. Let's discuss our options further in detail. Dila, what's your plan? We need the most honorable, loyal officers. Everyone else can we find... Where else can we find them but among the chivalric order and paladins? We'll invite valiant knights to rest and make them officers. They're the best hope for a crusade army. That sounds fabulous, but there's just one tiny problem. Who do you think has been filling these positions until now? Did you truly not cross my dearest cousin's mind to recruit any favorite paragons of honor and faith as officers? The proposal is to repeat exactly the same thing that's been going on without you for the last 100 years. Rachel, what do you suggest? Appointing officers from outside is a mistake. We should move our most distinguished privates up the ranks. The troops will be more eager to trust their former comrades and try to climb the ladder themselves. Of course, officers will also prove more loyal than newcomers, invited from who knows where. There's no truth to that. I became who I am by making it all the way from a thief to paladin, but soldiers need not just generals, but mentors too. They need officers who embody honor and bravery, showing the true meaning of the virtues, as someone once showed me. Okay, but that's Rachel fits that too, Sila. Theron, your opinion, please. There are plenty of ambitious young men and women in Mendev waiting for their chance to prove themselves. They'll move mountains for whoever gives them this chance. The aspirations of hot-headed youth are the best fuel for war. Sure, why don't we invite some privileged youth as officers, gamblers, statue seekers, fops, and brilliant poets unappreciated by the masses? That's what's been missing in our commanding ranks. I can see the Count misses the high life dearly and would like to invite along the entirety of the capital's leisure class to join him in cruising. I can't stop him, so he can invite them to his heart's content, but not to serve here as officers. Captain Armit, what would you advise? There are volunteers arriving every day with some quite capable people in their midst. I wasn't a rookie when I joined the Crusade after all. I had 100 years of military experience. We can rely on these new leaders to replenish our command staff. Should we entrust the lives of our soldiers to strangers? I'm not so sure. Upstart. What the? What? What is that thing? Is that an unsanctioned, not friend Bindusi? No, absolutely not. Infirmary size increase by 10%. That's pretty decent. We'll just get +1 level. To get +1 level to the striving for distinction. I mean, I like Regel's idea here, but ooh, I mean, guys, I mean, this is insane. Metagaming, brother. That's crazy. Everyone gets an additional unit in their army. That's insane. That's insanely valuable. Okay, if I'm Kiryu here, I almost exclusively go with Regul, but this feels like the worst feat imaginable. So I don't like that. But if I'm Kiryu, this feels like almost the only option that you would go for. Because if it's Kiryu staying inside a hierarchy, right? It's like the Akusa. You don't bring in John Random. And you're like, oh hey, John Random, why don't you become the senpai right now? I went to retro to regret, yeah. This is a bad one. Anything that gives more XP is just bad because I picked the one feat that gives more XP, I think, because that gives you an additional feat at level 20. Ultimately, it's an additional feat, right? You don't lose a feat. But just getting more XP here isn't valuable in itself. Like, once you hit level 20, you're just, oh, I'm max XP, okay. Whatever, right? This is valuable because the infirmary size is nice to have, but 10% is like nothing, essentially. Not super interesting from that perspective. This one is probably okay. Having more of combat morale is nice. Doesn't say, but not all units are created equal. Most of my crusade kills are done by the fat stacks of archers, and the rest of the units are there to take enemy fire. Yeah, but my big problem right now is that, like, at least my side army is that they don't have the mass to fight right now. And with this, they would maybe have that. It also lets me use more units, which is cool. If Ulbrich was there, I would decide with Ulbrich by default, whatever he said. Can someone tell me something before I make a choice here? Full spoiler mode engaged. Do these choices matter beyond the effect you get here? Like, if I choose to side with Regul, does that make any difference in the future? Does that lead to different events in the future? Or is it just this choice right here is what's happening right now? Or does anyone know, I guess? I should go make breakfast too. I don't know for sure, okay. Because from a 1 in diplomacy for sure, okay. The benefits no, I mean like let's say I side with Darren now, and then 3 choices in the future, Red should also show up for the council because he's like, I'm not gonna show up here because you just keep siding with this stupid rich boy. I mean stuff like that, because I think the character choice here is Ritual, but ultimately it's a bad choice, and we are playing a TTRPG here, right? So, you know, there's a little bit of min-maxing involved in that, where I do want to make good choices too. I was into the RPG choices since you can kind of steamroll the Crusade anyway. That's fair. Hello, not once did I take any of Wolch's insane recommendations. I think I agree with that sentiment overall. I think I should go with the roleplay choice because ultimately, if you don't roleplay, then every playthrough is just the same almost, right? You're just making the best choices every time. I always went to the power gaming choices because that's my RP. That's fair. Okay, guys, if this is a face card, the top one here, I'll roleplay. Oh, roleplay. It's Adris. We got the Adris roleplay card. We're roleplaying. Rachel, choose those deserving of promotion among the privates. Certainly, I already have the list prepared. I can present it immediately so that those who have excelled can be fairly rewarded for their performance. I hope that these measures will solve the issues at hand. If you have any further complications, I will call out the council at once. Those are nice cards. They're red rising cards. I got them. I got them when I bought all the other Red Rising merch. Because I was like, maybe if I do some tabletop RPing at some point, I could use the deck of cards for some like random effects. Pretty cool. There's some nice cards in there. Is this Severo? It's probably Severo, huh? Severo! Odanieri could hire his elite units, but what if he instead got some more levied peasants to die in droves? Yeah. What if the Captain Odin and the Captain Guy Odin both only give you terrible picks? I'm gonna pile off name of the wind cards because I backed the Kickstarter. Oh. Wait, what is name of the wind? Is that Brandon Sanderson? And this is also a Red Rising singlet. Tank top. Patrick Rothfuss, ah. Is he one of the guys that turned out to be a pervert, or why were you a sucker? Why were you a sucker? One day I will read my Paul Sanderson books or stop buying more. I'm probably interested in some Sanderson books in the future, but I find his writing style to be a little bit generic. But I'm listening to Wheel of Time right now, so I will have to read some Brandon Sanderson books eventually. I didn't even finish reading the book, I just got hooked into the hype. Like, it's not your type of book, even where it's like, oh, what the hell, Kickstarter? While he's single-handedly carrying the fantasy genre on Kickstarter. Brandon Sanderson made like, how much did the Kickstarter? Like 60 million or something on his new books? Once I get through Dresden Files. I mean, I started listening to the Wheel of Time books in like February or something, and I'm on book 6 now. Every book is like 40 hours. I think I listen to an average of maybe, I don't know, like maybe 8 hours a week or something. Maybe a bit more. So it takes me about a month to finish one book, and there's like 13 books. I don't know. I feel like I should kickstart more stuff. They have an official date for the Starfinder Kickstarter thing. I'll probably kickstart that. That looks like it could be promising. Is this where the dude is, or is it in the other tavern? The respec guy.
Follow if you dare.
I'm in the other tavern, huh? I like Kickstarter, but it's just like the big problem is that there's already a bajillion games and things out there that I want to do. So like, looking for more stuff to do is just not interesting. I never read the last two Wheel of Times. I think I got as far as the final Shadow logo stuff, trying not to spoil. Yeah. I mean, I think Wheel of Time ended pretty well. I think it's the middle sections that are like hell to get through. Like I'm in the middle sections now, and there's part of I'm just like zoning out. I'm just like, this is so uninteresting. It's one of those scenarios where it's like when you know where the books are going, you're like, you know what, Robert Jordan, I get what you were doing here. This is like mind-bogglingly boring, but I understand why you felt you needed to do this. Where is the respec person? Does anyone know? I thought you guys said it was in the tavern, but I don't see any respec person here. I forgot what the respec person was called.
I do what I must.
In, not tavern. Oh. It keeps adding more characters. Where Nenio is. Nenio! Pop, 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 pop. Yeah, I mean, that's one of the big problems with this stuff, is just like you can, if you know where the story of Wheel of Time is going, you can tell why he added all the stuff that he did, but it's still like, it's still so much stuff, man. Actually, oof, that was close. Before I do that, let's look at what she has. Because we just need to change one thing on her. Fucking in the end. I'll just screenshot this, I guess. We picked precise shot, spell penetration, and we have to replace this one, I think. We replaced this one with a skill thing, and her skill thing will be religion. I think that's her specialty. But Ulbrich does religion too, doesn't he? I am Ulbrichson. No, he does nature. Yeah, so we do religion. The skill focus religion. And then we can, once we get... I don't know, once we get here, we can pick that instead. I think I need to remember what spells I have. I mean, it's mostly stuff that makes the most sense, so... Let's try it out. Let's do a save. Respec. I'm respecing Ember because I don't like any of the later witch stuff. Like, I just looked at it, I was like, nothing here appeals to me at all. So I'm just gonna go... And Lore Master seems like such a good class for what she's doing. So I'm just gonna unironically do Lore Master on her as well. So all of this like late stuff in the hex tree is just not interesting to me. I mean, some of it is okay, but you just get so much of it, and I'm never going to use it, so it just feels like a giant waste. Give Ember a level of Sorcerer, because there wasn't enough fire damage in her build yet. Jesus Christ. Okay, so, Charisma. Oh, this gives me an opportunity to get her world, right? World is what you use for cooking, isn't it? Because this means I can make her my chef if I get her world. I think world is for cooking, right? Wrath of the... It's just for cooking. Okay, yeah, cool. Because I don't have a chef right now. Do religion and world. And maybe I'll specialize in world, because that way she becomes a better cook. Alright, we already have... Wait, do we not have Somber? Oh, we do have Somber. I think I just picked Evil Eye here. Oh no, we picked Ice Plant for Smacy. There are moderate wounds. Sure. This is precision. Oh, what's it called? Oh no, she already has that. Precise shot. Never mind. She starts with precise shot. But they actually wanted her to be a Reika. I thought I picked that because you guys told me to. This feat. Let's take again at our screenshot. I picked Spell Penetration, but we can just actually make this still focus. If I do skill focus religion, then I have a really good religion character. But if I do skill focus world, then I have a character that can cook more proficiently. So the later recipes go crazy. I think I'll go for the world. That way she can cook real good. Wacy in my Nacy. Unbreakable Heart is good here, right? That's what we had before. The world though. Level 2 spell into... I haven't used Winter's Grasp in Edges, so I'm probably not using that anytime soon. Like in JoJo, yeah, dude, JoJo's was a cool show. I love all the times they have gay sex in that. I really love in watching JoJo when they have the gay sex. You guys know what I'm talking about. Do I just go healing here? Like, I didn't pick this before because it's a once per day thing. But the thing is that you can do this once per day. I'm not using anything else forever. Because ultimately, I'm just going to be throwing fire spells. In part 5 with Cannon Gay Pair. Yeah, I just like all the gay sex they're having with each other. I'm just gonna pick healing, since I'm respecting anyway. Like I never use Evil Eye. If I'm using anything else, it's almost always gonna be Somber. Let's just do that. good, man. It's not good. It's not great, but it's better than nothing. Heroism probably. Remove curse. I think I already have heroism covered. So if I need more of that, I think we do remove curse. I don't think we need to remove the seats, right? Because we can just do that with first aid kit. Dispel magic. I like that. Oh god, I didn't take picture of these. Did we just have abundant casting? I don't remember. Oh no. Oh no, what have I done? I think we had abundant casting for sure. I don't remember what feat I chose though. But it should be obvious to me, right? Because I was just chose what was the best. Oh yeah, right. Ascendant element. That would have been obvious. Okay, spell penetration. I love penetrating. Get up, come on, get down with the sickness. Get up, come on, get down with the sickness. Get up, come on, get down with the sickness. I don't know what the hell I want to pick in this place. I think I had this ill omen thing. Level 2, Bone Shaker? I don't remember what I picked there. Oh, Bone Fists. I remember Bone Fists. Dispel Magic seems like a good one to have, just be able to do it, especially with how much spell penetration we're gonna have. So it's what we did as Ember. I think it was we picked the elemental thing here. Then as an extra mythic ability, we picked abundant casting. I think. So here I just go and I pick the fire element, wherever that is. There, and then fire. And that's a stock gift that has been given to me. So technically, I guess, did I mess up my level up here? Technically, if I had picked Bolster here, I could have already gone into Lore Master here, huh? Would that have been better? Oh, but there's only 10 levels of this, so that doesn't really matter. There's only 10 levels of it, so it doesn't really change anything. Also, yeah, we get the buffed version of that. Let's go Fortune, probably. This is shit. Death Ward. Oh, wait, I didn't even think about how combining the spell is gonna work here. She'll stop gaining levels and gaining spells, huh? Maybe this doesn't work out the way I thought it would. Maybe this won't work out the way I thought that it would. For sure, is it bolster? Dimension door. Let's have... And here we just pick improve upon casting. And with this one, we get to pick the... That was close. We get to pick the big boy sleep, right? Restless Slumber. Yeah, let's do that one. I don't know how often I feel like I don't do slumber that much anymore, but I feel like it's still worth the shot in the dark YOLO. So like this could be really nice to have. From the middle school. But that's whatever. I think that's a powerful enough effect that it's worth YOLOing on. What did I pick here? I forgot. You don't merely slumber, you snooze. You know what happens when you snooze, right? You lose. I think you picked Mind Fog or something, right? I don't remember what spell we had. You snooze her and then you snooze again. We did pick Mind Fog, I remember. Okay, and now we're a lore master. Let's see how that interacts. So as a feat, we probably get greater spell penetration. Which... If you also gain 11. The spellcasting class it belongs to before adding. Prestige class it does not ever gain an unlimited character. Yeah, that's awesome. That's fine. I don't want to know this anyway. Oh god, this is gonna be a choice, huh? Okay, before I go into this, I'm gonna quickly run and make some breakfast. We'll be back in just a second. Come back, everyone. Good wizard spell for Ember. Let's find out. It is done in 9 minutes. Alright, let's see. Wizard feet. Oh, that's not pretty nice. We can get greater elemental focus fire. Greater spell focus ray? No. Oh, this would be evocation, right? I already had access to these cleric spells, right? So this is pretty useless. This is pretty much the spell is I already had access to, I think. Combat feat. Authority during master. Authority during master. Authority during master. Shaitan style. What is this, a Forsen stream? Druid spells. Which druid spell would you like, little boy? Flame strike. I can't read what the spell does? Hello? That makes this a little bit difficult. Wait, can I get sneak attack? No. Isn't that weird? Wouldn't you think that I would get sneak attack here and then I could get all the other sneak attack related stuff? Because a lot of this requires sneak attack. Is this why Deep Vivisection is on Ember for 1 level? I didn't see anything that like stood out particularly for me so far. Volcanic Storm is not a good one, I don't think, right? That is just like bludgeoning damage or something like that. And was it called like Incendiary Rune or something? Yeah, bludgeoning damage. Ugh. What's a rune? Flare burst. Incendiary runes. I think I'll just go for a wizard feat. Fire damage is bonus stacks with the bonus from elemental focus. If you can get Rogue Secret Combat Trick, Greater Weapon Focus Ray for better raying. Hold up. Rogue Secret Combat Trick, Greater Weapon Focus. Ray. Oh my god. That's crazy. You drive me crazy. One just against. I like that. Let's do that. That feels obtuse enough to be worth it for me. Let's see. Level 2 spell. I'll just grab Winter's Grasp anyway, so I don't feel particularly compelled by it. Much more here. Level 3 spell. Did I pick Lightning Bolt there just because I could last time? I think I did. Just do remove blindness. We could pick like Confusion here. Because we have that other spell that gives some negatives to will saves, right? That seems like a fine combo. I'm probably not gonna use either of them, but my food is almost done, everyone. I'm gonna grab my food, then I'll be back and we'll pick this and we'll watch something. BRB real quick. Alright, I've got to push the BRB button both times now. Was this really BRB, or was it something else entirely? Break essential. Research effect. Okay, sure. Let's just do this one. All allies. That's kind of good. Oh my god, 1d4 points of dexterity and strength damage per 3 caster levels. Hold up a second. I'll do that. Alright, Ember has been successfully retrained. We still gotta train all the other characters here, but we'll do that after we eat some food. This has been like a little bit of a management day, huh? A lot of management, all our reloading. Oh, we should talk to Woljif in town. I don't think we've done that either. I have to go. I have to do this. Alright, save food disease. Alright, let's watch a little, let's watch the rest of that video we started about Teflon and how good it is. While I eat some food. I don't know if I watch all of it today, but I might just, because I want to try to catch up with the reacts. The end? Question mark? And I'm, you know, we're only 4 months behind right now.
If you heat it
4 months ago. Yeah, I mean, that's pretty crazy just based on the type of video it is, right? Because it isn't super action Mr. Beast, oh, Mr. Beast. It's a 50-minute infomercial. I mean, I think that's is that the most valuable React video we've ever done? Snowing PFAS. Did we actually learn something valuable right now for the first time ever in the React history? We might have. Mr. Beast! Slayer! I mean, I don't think I'm personally gonna be too worried about PFAS. I feel like my body's already filled with a bunch of garbage chemicals anyway, so it's like... yeah, I don't know, that feels like a lot of work, but... I mean, that seems important at least. Logan, Shoppa. Drink it. Bara Shoppa. It's too late for me. I was gonna say it's weird. I guess I understand what the mentality probably is, which is, you know, it's weird to me that the rich people are like, oh yeah, I don't care about dying, you know, when I'm 50 or whatever from exposure to some chemical. Yeah, let's just pump it into the water, right? Because rich people are the ones that are generally responsible for this stuff happening. Like Mr. Teflon, right? He was probably ingesting more PFAS than anyone in the entire world. It's just weird to me that no one, like, that they don't care, you know, right? Like, you think that the people with the most money are the ones that would be the least willing to sacrifice their lives on... Ooh, familiar, right? Is that cool? But then they're the same people that that are like, oh yeah, sure, let's just pump this into the water, and now the entire world is PFAS polluted, you know? But I mean, I guess the good argument too is that, like, but it's preventable, which is what's annoying about it, right? Like early on, they had no idea. That's fine, whatever, right? We can't always know things when we make things. That's impossible. So early on, it's whatever. But when they found out, you would think that they would be like, all right, Let's just filter it out to the factory, right? It's just weird when it's like, oh, we have to... Is it an additional cost? Sure. But like, what's the cost? It's like 10% of your profits. You're making 80 billion, right? What the hell is 10%? 10% so the entire world doesn't die to some weird-ass pollution. I have no idea how to build this character, by the way, so if anyone feels like backstage gaming, go for it. Blind Fight is probably a good one. I feel like Blind Fight or this thing. Oh, 2-weapon combat? Wait, what's this? Oh. Oh, yeah, let's do this. He's a 2-weapon fighter. Why don't we just grab greater 2-weapon fighting? Perfect. You get a third attack with your offhand weapon, albeit at a minus a penalty. That's fine. I love gambling. This feat is actually pretty bad, I think, but I'm just gonna pick it because it's 2-weapon fighting. This is bad. Let's just go blind fighting, right? I mean, that's so bad, isn't it? A minus 10 to your attack roll. We could give him a familiar. That could be funny. I don't know how familiars even work. Crucial takes the single attack damage from execution must make a This sounds pretty good. I'll just go blind fighting for now. Let's just get that one out of the way, huh? Wait, does this also have, he doesn't have outflank. I didn't even do his mythic abilities because I have no idea what to do with this guy. I don't know what's class specific here, so we'll just do Thundering Blows. Press Unrelenting Assault with the Unrelenting Assault. Pros on 2-weapon fighting thing, right? Yeah, 2-weapon fighting. Mythic Sneak Attacker. This is probably better, I assume. Dimensional Retribution! Yeah, we'll give them the bigger they are. That seems like a talent that... Oh, range weapon, never mind. God damn it. Last stand, maybe? Do just last stand on this guy? The bigger they are, the harder they fall. Oh, you found a way to use the target ability to use 2 bonus AC against target. Equal to the bonus of the ability gives you attack rolls. Oh yeah, sure. That's cool. What's up, Social? My friend? So a regular feat. We went weapon focus Glivey last time. Toughness, extra channel. Power attack? Hell yeah. Hell yeah, brother. Bella's barking. Darren. Darren, my boy. We have spell pen, we have extended spell, extra channels. Sorry about the wrong side, I'll stop in a second there. Excuse me. Okay. This one seems like it could actually be pretty interesting, because if you cast a high level heal on someone that is full health, then you could give them like 40 additional health, but it's for 1 round, so that's really bad. This one I don't know if it's good or not, but I mean it seems like a cool ability. You just get life stuns. You just see everything that's hidden. I think this is probably the most valuable here, right? Yeah, let's do that. Enhance cures. Combat healer didn't seem very good. Like a waste of time. Level 2 spell. Bull strength is completely garbage by now. Grassi. I mean, we're never using Darren in our party unless we're forced to, so it doesn't really matter much what we choose here, I don't think. Or let's do aid. I love when dogs bark. Dispel magic? Yeah, sure, why not? Delay potions communal. Probably already has spells that he cares the most about at this level. Personal, don't care about that. Spit venom. Sure. Let's do Crusader's Edge. Actually, freedom of movement. Yeah, let's do that actually. Holy dive. You've been down too long in the midnight sea. Raise dead. I mean, shape producing a scroll, I just have to leave camp, set up somewhere, cast a spell. A little bit of work. What is cleanse? Personal, ugh. You know, being down too long in the midnight sea, did you hear about the world record for breath holding? No. That was just broken recently? Double slice, open fighting, outflank, piranha strike. Weapon focus dagger. Improved weapon fighting. Finesse training. Oh, this is what I already have for daggers, right? I think it would make most sense to do like a bite or something. I don't think he gets a bite attack though, but if it's anything... I guess I'll do like punching daggers. That way, if I find a punching dagger, I can equip one, right? Or I can do, I don't have weapon focus yet, so we can do short sword. Let's do punch, let's just keep it cool. He does have a tail, I don't think he can attack with it though. It's insane like 29 minutes? Wait, actually? How the hell do you hold your breath for 29 minutes? That's impossible, isn't it? There's been some like stipulation to that, right? Ain't no way some average Joe held his breath for 29 minutes. I can do that. I can hold my breath for like a minute. Got a video about it in YouTube short. I think he breathed pure oxygen for a long time to like fill all his cells with oxygen particles. Jesus. I mean, that's cool. I feel like it's less interesting if they're like juicing though, I guess. So I guess that's what happens to a lot of sports, right? They like reach like the peak of what they're capable of doing themselves, and then you're just gonna have to juice to keep it interesting. Otherwise, it'll just be all the same over and over again. I'm just gonna do this one. Oh, we got another one too. Permanent. I got some self buffs. I feel like that's the most interesting right now. I don't know what I've been told. Tootin', hold. Sure, let's do an acid pit. This I can learn spells anyway, it doesn't really matter. And also we're not using wool jib again, so. But you never know, at some point they might be like, oh hey, everyone is dead, only wool jib is left. Your death strikes can and can a position control the foe. Combat when you deal damage with an unarmed attack to an opponent you have already damaged this round, you can impose on which one the new depends like. Okay, I forgo all the time. Do my shots count as unarmed attacks? Is that how that works? I never have to look to see how his like Zen Archer thing works. Normal for monkeys, so as Archer cannot use average shot and shot to make. Okay. Yes, I don't think they do. Is what I'm saying there. This is bad. I still have a style on him. How do I just pick Crane style and so he gets broken? Crane style is in the Elemental Fist. When you use Elemental Fist, ugh. Improve initiative is not awful. Oh, that's improve initiative probably. Nothing else that really stands out to me. And improve initiative is a good one to have. It's either like skill focus, I think, but I think I'll do improved initiative. I think I'll improve my initiative. Alan Mandragoran. Amelia, my favorite character. My love. I think with her shaman thing that that reduces the crit range of a weapon, I feel like improved critical is actually really good. Probably. Rapier! Lifelike End! Dude, I've been waiting for that ability for so long. Level of the paladin can expend 2 years so for a smite able ability to grant ability to smite able to all allies for 1 minute using your bonuses. As a swift action, the paladin chooses one target when you decide to smite. The target is evil, the paladin allies. Ooh, that's pretty good, huh? Okay, there's a power shield proficiency here. Improved on arm strike? Wait, hold up a second. What? I don't think I saw anything that interesting. You're a ray shield. You add your shield bonus. Ooh, okay, that's actually pretty good. That's actually pretty good. What's that? Alright, everyone's leveled up. Now it's time to gear everyone up. Wait, oh, did Embers, all of Ember shit get... Oh. It was just this and Aeon Dagger for some reason. Only our weapons got taken away. Star Knife! Oh man, I should have made Wooljiff's weapon a Star Knife instead of a punching dagger. Wooljiff's still missing a weapon, right? There you go, there's your dagger. Okay, let's see. We have a Necromancer's Staff. That doesn't help anyone in my party as far as I'm aware, at least not right now. We have a solid hide armor. I don't think this is anything good for anyone. We have this Chainmail of Dragonfly. I guess supposed to damage against flanked creature. If you have an outflanked creature, yeah, so this is really good. It's like a once per day thing, so that's not that interesting. Oh. Oh, but she has, oh, wait a second. How did that not change her AC? Oh no, because sorry, I was looking at the wrong max thing. But it's the same though, so I mean, that kind of evens out, I think. This is a +3. Oh, this is a +1 armor, yeah, so we should probably wear this thing, I think. Yeah, sure. That's kind of cool too. I think I'll keep this shirt though, because it has a lot of max dex, so might be valuable in the future. Full plate +3? Yeah, I think that makes sense. $35 AC is crazy. That's crazy, mister. That's insane, mister. Alright, does anyone in my party not have a +2 resistance cloak right now? Except the dwarf that we don't like. I know my regular party is stacked AF, so we don't gotta worry about them. Hey guys, there are +2 components. Was it on touch attack rolls? Okay, that's probably best on. I don't think I'm also doing many touch attacks, so that probably makes sense on Woljif. Woljif, you can grab these bracers, armor +4 as well, probably. I guess you should have these bracers. Swarmbane clasp. We can take that off. Regile. I can put this on or something. I may be a Regil, but I am not a Regile. The one not wearing a necklace. Oh, she too has this thing on. Then we can give Greybore this necklace. Everything seems fine other than that. Woljif, give me this back, you sicko. Yeah, these don't stack, but this gives me way more armor. And then we have some stuff in here. Lesser Extend Metamagic Rod. That used to be in this slot. One of Ox Pustules. Damn, these flowers that were only supposed to be there at night are hanging on, huh? Reach a Metamagic Rod, 6th or higher. Hello, my name's Ember. Ember. A lot of stuff here we should just be using. We got another one of these Sonic Quivers. Oh wait, I put the Midnight Bolt here. Never mind, that's my problem. Whoops. Jesus, that would have been embarrassing. That would have been a bad reload today, huh, guys? I'm like, oh guys, we gotta redo this entire day. Almost 5 hours of it. I made a little boo-boo, guys. Alright, let's see here. Sell that, sell this, sell that. Sold, sold. I don't have a necromancer. This stuff is also for necromancer though. Sell. Sell this, that, this, that, that, this, that. That. Sell these 11 cloaks, sell 4 of these, 8 of these, don't sell those. Wait, Aluminum Charisma plus 4, do I'm already wearing that on characters? Oh, wait a second. That's big. Do you hear benefits from dexterity again? Wooljiff. Oh, okay, never mind. Let's do a deal and I'll be back in a second, my friend. Hold up. Landmon's strength, so he doesn't even care about that, but I might have a +4 strength belt here somewhere. I don't. I ain't got that, chief. Oh, these having our protection +2. All my dudes here have the same or better, right? Look at this deal. Oh, they should go to Regili, right? Oh, now we should be able to sell here. Let's quickly check out the Tricky. Did it lose its armor? Did I have armor on it at some point? I think I had armor on this thing at some point. Maybe I vendored it because I was like, oh, I don't need that. I don't even know what type of armor it can wear though. I don't know how to just check. Moving on. I'm sure someone else might also need that, right? Like... Maybe this is like a... I think this is like a use snooze you lose type moment though. I mean, this feels like one of those use snooze you lose moments. Cool. I would sell consumables, but man, is that an effort and a half, huh? I gotta try using this on Regil and see if he gets another one, because I don't remember if I did or not already. I think there's no seal up, but I can't recall. Better. Over. Tsunami. Tsunami. I got that. Axiomite or Soul Eater. That sounds great. I love that. That's probably fine. What items were we looking to purchase? All my Amulet of Mighty Fist +3, Braces of Armor +5, Scroll Scribe level 7. I think we already bought that? Question mark? Where's my scribe? Scroll Scribe at? Scroll Scribe. No, we didn't. That's being sold by Arizoni. Just has half of the pair and arachnid goggles. Before we don't need that anymore. We already got that on all the characters. Pearl of Power, Quiver of Rose Horns. Shirt of Blazing Fighter, Thick Pelt Cloak, Celestial Protection. This is being sold by Arcane Weaver, which is this guy. Plus 5 on the most checks in the fire resistance 30. Okay. Don't hit that. Immunity to fire, that's pretty good. Really very use a divine power to summon a creature. Is ritual thing a divine power? Celestial protection. This cloak has rare plus resistance most sometimes throws against demons and 5 lower religion checks. Oh yeah, that's a good one. What is oh yeah, hell yeah. Let's get that one. Whoa. Oh, I'm getting this. Dude, if we looked at how much money I spent on each character, Ember would be like 90% of my budget, I think. She's such a good character. Now her world skill would be really good. Or religion, and with this the world skill will be really good. Oh, she can take a different head with this too. Oh, she can't because it's supposed to. 20 and 26, nice. I mean, she's not an animal, but not everyone can be an animal.
Follow if you dare.
And now I probably can't afford the scroll thing. I think that was very expensive, but let's just run and check. Then we'll leave the castle and go play the game. Oh, we'll rest first. Do a little resty rest. Only dive. I've been down so long in the midnight sea. Scribe. Wait, did I actually buy it? No, down here. I can't afford it anymore. 42k.
I do what I must.
I don't think have I spoken to my advisors outside the castle? I don't think I have. Oh my god. Commander, how may I be of service to you? What is your role in my army? Oh, don't get me wrong, Commander, but I'm not just your soldier. I serve Her Majesty Queen Galfrey. She sent me to head the diplomatic council of the Crusade and consult with you on particularly sensitive matters. What's the diplomatic council and why do I need it? To some matters of politics, of course. The Crusade is more than just battles and sieges. It is the largest military project in all of Aveston, funded by the treasuries of more than a dozen major powers, and each one of those powers, in addition to seeking victory over the demons, also pursues its own goals. The Diplomatic Council will manage this tangle of politics and political interest and prevent the Crusade from losing favor of influential benefactors, and while we're at it, ensure that Nerosian remains satisfied with the state of affairs. After all, for the last 100 years, the entirety of Mendavian politics has revolved around the Crusades in some shape or form. That is why the capital has sent me here, to observe, offer suggestions, and keep the diplomatic situation under control. And what about the Royal Council? What is it? The Royal Council operates under Her Majesty's... The councils gather people from all walks of life, some of them nobles, but many more are citizens of humble origin who earn their positions through their wit. Many are rich, but a fair number of them are of more humble means. Some are pious and pure of heart, like Lord Inquisitor Casori and Captain Jaspar of the Crusade Heralds. Others are more flexible and ambitious, but each of them faithfully serves Mendev's cause. Let me... okay. I'll finish this person and we'll do the rest later. The economy lowers her eyes in a show of modesty. It's unbecoming of a diplomat to talk about themselves at length, but how am I to refuse you? I come from Tianxia, from the noble Kitsune. Like any Kitsune, I've always been curious to a fault, and my adventure brought me to Avestan, and here, in your lands, I met my first and true love, politics. I've served as a diplomat in the courts of over 6 different sovereigns, but working for Her Majesty turned out to be the most interesting of all. Such riveting webs of intrigue and interest are spun around the Crusade at the Worldwound. What are you reading? That's a state secret, but for you, I can offer a hint. Every single day I receive dozens of classified diplomatic missives from all countries supporting the Crusade. I have a question regarding diplomacy. What's the current situation in Mendev? Things aren't terrible for a nation that has been at war with demonic invasion forces for a century. The people are wary of taxes, the army continues to pay tributes in blood, and many noble families are dying out, which breeds inheritance disputes. However, the crown stands strong and its authority remains high. The nobles are ready to follow Her Majesty's orders, and the Royal Council, comprising the closest and most trusted servants of the Queen, govern the nations sensibly and astutely. Why are you fascinated by politics? Is it something all Kitsune share? Not at all. However, we Kitsune are predators and our hunting spirit is strong. But unfortunately, chasing rabbits in the field is rather boring, vulgar and unfashionable. Politics is a hunt of a much more dignified sort, refined and captivating. Whenever I pick up the quill to write a letter of protest, oh, I feel like I'm ready to go for my praised throat. So invigorating. I don't feel like people would talk about themselves in like a third person almost like this. You know what I mean? Like, oh, we Kitsune. Well, maybe people would. I don't know. You know, it reminded me of like if like men were like, oh, us. Well, you know, us men. We like to lift heavy things and drink water and all those types of things. But I guess some people do that. You're like a soldier and you're different from my other advisors. You're right, I'm not a soldier. Warfare has always been too bloody for my taste. I prefer the intricate tapestries of politics. Proposals with double and triple agendas, clashes of ideologies, and long-term strategizing. But they all say that war is merely a continuation of politics, which is why my duties have brought me to your headquarters. Isn't a rare sight in Mendev? Then economic shrugs. I'm a child of a passionate and curious people. We live everywhere. You are just not always aware of our existence. You're not the first to have taken an interest in my race. Your companion, Nenio, has already interrogated me. A most amusing individual. Truly, we Kitsune are incapable of normalcy. We find our passion and surrender to it entirely. Mind and soul. Although in Nenio's case, I fear that mind was lost along with the common sense. Alright, let's go rest. We'll travel with our angel friend. We'll speak to these other people next time we're in town, I guess. I just want to spend the entire day doing nothing. And we pretty much spent the entire day doing nothing.
We do it my way.
Oh. We haven't done nothing, but we haven't done any, like, cool battles.
Follow if you dare.
Hey, there's a book. There's a book. What's this? Where'd I come from? I feel like we already read that. Pick up. So we fight. La Resistance lives on. Okay, Ember should be prime candidate now for. Oh, look at that! Wonderful. Who even is Wooljiv anymore? Look at Ember. Perfect. Absolutely perfect. That means we can probably do our cheese croissant. I'll just do a chain lightning. Yeah, that makes sense. Makes sense to me.
You're a true warrior. You have what matters most. Backbone.
Thank you.
Unyielding, like a rod of iron.
Dude, thank you so much.
If hard iron in your body is what makes a true warrior, then my bow turns enemies into true warriors every battle.
Nice, Lon. Nice. Good meme, man. Hilarious. Oh, I forgot to give people spells. Whoops. Oh, whoopsie. Silly old me. Silly Endaline. Oh, there's so many spells here. I'll worry about the spell selection if I ever play this character. I'll worry about this proper spell selection if I ever use that character. Oh, Stone Skin Communal, that's pretty good. A little bit of communaling. I think I should go for more something here. I'll try to remember it before next time I rest. Alright, let's check our crusade, and then we'll head out to the tower, we'll talk to the dude, get teleported, and then from there, see what happens. Not a lot of more time left today, but... This is set up for... Ancients Awaiting our audience, Justin. Okay, we've already talked to that guy a gajillion times. He's not awaiting my audience again, is he? We're only doing this. We can start work on one of our other relics now. Weaver, Fetus Soulshare, Stevanius the Rotten, Silver Silent Tusk, Symbol of Ravagog, the Fallen Knight, Rich's Jumble, Focus Daybreak. First Retriever sounds a bit interesting. Do they cost different materials? No, they don't. Everything costs the same. Let's do. I'll do first retriever because it sounds like I might get a dog companion out of it. Let's start with that one. Just because of the presumed dog companion. Should I do this just to do it, even though I don't need morale? Innkeeper, bring me an inn. There's no shot they needed loading screens here. Literally no shot. We have inns everywhere. We're only sitting on 42 material points, so for now I guess we chill and then we do some warring. Oh, this army. I don't want to fight that with the Torture clan though. No! Hurry, Torture clan, leave, leave before it's too late. You could replace these rangers with the spellcasters, but the spellcasters have 22 hit points versus the rangers 82. Yeah, they would instantly get annihilated. Not worth it. Oh, I could have gone down too, but I guess we're committed to this way. But future for future worrying. Alright guys, I'm gonna go travel with the hand of the inheritor or whatever. You guys do you, okay? You guys have a fantastic day. The inheritor! Lost item? No, no, no! I needed that! I want to ask you a question about our mission to Pelura's Fall. Tell me about Pelura.
She is an imperial lord, a powerful angel, one of our most important. This saddened the shimmering maiden.
What do you think of the Sword of Valor? It's changed under the effect of my power. Do not fret, champion. The great relic given to the world by my lady Iomade will continue to serve you, just as it has served all people before now. The Sword of Valor has not lost its protective properties. It has merely changed its design. Some might call it blasphemous, but not I. For the power that changed the banner's design was given to you by Iomade herself. I'm getting what's the dude from Smitten vibes. It seems that I caused the Sword of Valor to change blood from the wound on my chest fell onto the banner, and that means this mysterious wound is a mark of valor given to you by my mistress, setting you apart from all the rest, champion. Are you sure this wound is a gift from Iomade? No, I could be mistaken, and unable to perceive the full truth. The inheritor's thoughts are hidden from me, for I am but her hand. I do not test her will with my doubts, nor crave answers to my questions. I simply trust and serve. But I know that if your body had been harmed by malevolent fiends, my goddess would have extended her mercy to you and healed you. Why did the goddess bestow this wound on me? Because this world of yours, champion, is bleeding, and my lady's chosen one carries a crimson mark as a sign of her great suffering borne by mortal kind. The scarlet drops on your breast, they are the blood of all the martyrs and all the innocents. That is how I see it. Can you heal me? Defy my lady's will, it pains me, but I must refuse you, champion. If you are suffering from this affliction, it must be part of the inheritor's design. The pain serves to remind you of your path you must take. Tell about yourself and your goddess. Well, it's like being the herald of a deity. It is a great honor and great responsibility. The herald is not always the strongest among the deity's servants, but the herald is always one who embodies the key principles of their faith. This means that I am bound to uphold the highest ideals of Ayomide: righteous valor, justice, and honor. This is a tall order even for an angel, but I cannot falter in my duty even slightly. Therein lies my service to the goddess and the thousands of faithful followers. What does the herald usually do? I serve as the hand and voice of the goddess, carrying out her will and delivering her message. When her radiance has no task for me, I am occupied by the same duties as other warriors of heaven. I keep unfailing watch over the goddess's domain. I escort the souls of the faithful to Pharasma's court, and then on their waiting afterlife. I also watch over the goddess's chosen, and when the opportunity arises, I descend into hell to engage in honest combat with devils. It allows me to study their tactics. What is Ayomide like? Herald chuckled softly. No doubt you're hoping to hear a tale of her untold divine might and the awe she elicits in those around her. Yes, this is true of the inheritor, but it's also true that she seemed much closer and understandable to you than to others, such as myself, for example. Ayomide was born an ordinary person in the cursed lands of Cheliax and traveled a long road before she became the righteous queen of heaven. But she has never forgotten who she was before. I'm older than my goddess, much older, and still I bow down before her foresight and wisdom. We mortals who spend much of our time on the outer planes can sometimes struggle to comprehend the pain, fear, and joy the mortals feel. But not Ayomide. She is as human as she is divine. Why heavens host not aiding the Crusaders? We could have destroyed the world ages ago. You cannot imagine how your question fills me with sorrow. My greatest desire since the day the world would open was to come here at the head of a light-bringing army and drive out the leashes of darkness, to harry them until they were covering in fear in the farthest corners of the abyss. But alas, we, the first servants of the gods, are greatly restricted in what we can do. The Crusades are the mortals' battle for their own world. If I bring an angelic force here, I will become a war between heaven and the abyss, waves of power, magic incinerating everything within sight, armies of celestials and demons fighting in every corner of this world. The consequences would be horrific. Remember, everything you have seen up till now has been the work of only 2 demon lords, Descari and Baphomet. But in the abyss, there are dozens of creatures with similar power. They are disintegrated and despite one another almost as much as they despise all that is light and righteous. But be sure that they will not miss a chance to sink their teeth into heaven's throat. If all the demon lords march into Golarion, it would be the stuff of nightmares, and it cannot be allowed to become reality. If you can't interfere in the course of the crusade, why are you helping me? There's permissible interference, and there's crossing the line. I was permitted to create the ward stones and gift them to the Crusaders, to offer my advice, and from time to time even appear on the battlefield myself, to accompany several allies. This does not stray beyond the bounds of the mortals' war. I could have been summoned with equal success by a faithful cleric, but the appearance here of heaven's multitudinous host in full force is another matter entirely. Alas, for now I can only offer you this: my presence and all the small troops of my loyal soldiers. I want to talk to you about angels. How are angels made? Like other supernatural beings, we are more often, though not always, are born from the souls of mortals. You must be aware of the grand laws governing the cycle of birth and death. After Pharasma's court, each mortal soul receives their merited afterlife, hell and the abyss, heaven and Elysium. Each soul goes to the plane that called to them in life. But when they arrive at their destination, a different fate awaits each soul. Where evil reigns supreme, souls typically become commodities or prey, and scant few are reborn as wicked fiends. In the planes of good, the souls are destined for peaceful rests, or great deeds in a new guise. Such is the lot of angels. We are born from the souls of noble mortals. One soul or several, it can vary. Sometimes the gods can also create angels out of their essence of their plane, but this essence also contains fragments of good souls. What's the difference between angels and mortals? That is a question for the sages and philosophers to debate. I am just a simple warrior. The hand of the inheritor's voice sounds cheerful, but becoming increasingly solemn as he continues. Although many supernatural beings are born from the souls of mortals, we are not mortals. We are cut from the cloth of the plane from which we originate. We are an idea made flesh. Many things mortals care deeply about mean nothing to us, such as time, for instance, or gender. Only a few of my kind see themselves as male or female. For the majority of angels, these words are meaningless. We can communicate with any creature without learning their language, and we do not freeze in even the most terrible frost. We are different, but we will never look down on mortals because of that, and we will never ever stop praying for you or protecting us. Or protecting you. Gender politics. Fucking pronouns! Bethesda! Lincoln Arbus had touched the wardstone and I saw the angels trapped inside. Their family gives a sigh beneath his helmet. It was a heavy decision for all of us. My mistress sent out a call to take a stand against the demons, and many angels of heaven answered it. We chose the noblest and bravest from among those who volunteered to sacrifice their freedom for the sake of Galarian, and we locked their souls inside the wardstones. They were fated to stand guard there, inside the cold depths of the stone, pitting their unbending will against creeping demonic corruption. But alas, the goddess and I failed to account for the weakness that lurks even in the best of us. Time has not been kind to my brothers and sisters. Despair has taken root in their souls, forcing them to act against their goddess and their calling. Thank you for finding a way to preserve the wardstone, despite the fact that many of my brothers and sisters inside abandoned their vigil. I do not condemn them. I do not know if I could have withstood the demonic corruption if I had been in their place. Harold shakes his head despondently. Thank you, I found everything I wanted to know. Can you tell me anything about my power? I'm afraid not. Even I am not privy to all the workings of my radiant mistress. I believe that she has chosen you, and I know that she watches over her chosen ones most attentively. She does not lead mortals by the hand, but allows them to prove themselves, to prove that they are worthy of her divine mercy. Almost as soon as I met you, I felt that I had gained a long-lost brother. The flame of heaven burns so brightly within you, it is almost impossible to miss. While Iomide was still mortal, she underwent the test of the Starstone and gained her godhood. It may well be that you are experiencing a similar trial, at the end of which you will gain true righteousness and power. I want to go to Pelura Fall.
I will be glad to accompany you. Gather your companions and let us depart.
Sure. This isn't like... This isn't like a main story, is it? Main story? And I mean, like, this isn't like I do this and then everything advances and I mess the entire game up, is it? After it finishes this chapter? Everything's important in this win, well, it's okay, but maximize all crusade stats, order the crusade scrap and improve a relic. Actually, maximize all crusade stats in this chapter? Go to the Green Gates, find the missing Crusaders. Explore the Molten Scar. And later could be crucial, it's not a possible search for this demonic activity. Oh yeah. Oh, I assume this isn't.
I will...
Mighty Inheritor! The woman's face seems to glow with radiant light. She looks at you with quiet dignity, and her eyes shine with warmth and wisdom. Greetings, Herald of Iomide, the Lightbringer, and to your companion as well. I am Elindra, the High Priest of Pelura. I'm happy to see a new face in my temple, the first I've seen in all the years of our vigil. The man standing next to Eliandra does look like a priest. He has a military bearing, and his face is covered with scars. He studies you for a moment, then looks you straight in the eye. Qatar, leader of the holy guards of Pelura's fall. As you have revealed our existence, Hand of the Inheritor, did we not agree to keep it a secret even from the Crusade? What has changed? My righteous allies, this is no ordinary Crusader, but our champion. He brings us hope. He was chosen to receive the gifts of the gods, and has twice dealt a serious defeat to our enemies. First in Canabris, where he thwarted the Scari's devious plot, then in Dresden, where he saved the city and returned the Sword of Valor. I ask that you receive him as the most welcome guest, and as a brother in arms, for we stand together against the hordes of the Abyss. I'm Kiryu, Knight Commander of the 5th Crusade. I'm honored to meet the servants of Pelura and the defenders of Sarkoris. Linda lays a hand on her heart. It is an honor for us as well. Tell me what your mission. Why did you decide to remain here in the World Wound? This temple has been blessed by Pelura. Whether it is day or night, the stars are always visible within the heart of the sanctuary. It is why those who study the stars conduct their observations here. Moreover, if you ever hope to understand the World Wound, the only place to study it is within its very borders. If you leave Pelura's Fall, all the work we have done over the past 100 years will be lost. You may be wondering why this work is so important. The answer is simple. We're looking for a way to heal the World Wound once and for all. Through our many years of study, we have discovered that the World Wound cannot be closed like an ordinary portal or a planar gate, because it's so much like a living creature, always growing and changing. The World Wound does not simply exist on its own. There's something else sustaining it, and until we understand what that is, our efforts to close it will never succeed. However, we've achieved much over the years. We have disapproved numerous theories and trialed various research methods. Tracking oscillating energy levels across the World Wound led us to an important discovery. The World Wound has a heart of sorts at the place where the wound was first opened, the Threshold Fortress. We also found a way to weaken the heart. Along with demons that inhabit it, we will imbue a mighty artifact with both the power given to us by Pelura and the memory of the priest of Sarkoris. It will weaken the connection between the Threshold Fortress and the Abyss. This artifact will clear the sky above the fortress and set the sacred northern stars ablaze. Even if it doesn't heal the wound, it will give strength to those attacking its monstrous heart. Well, I take back all the silly jokes I made in the past about Pelura Stargazers. I'd never have guessed that your reading nook would still be standing 100 years later, when others had fallen or fled. One last bulwark of our old faith. I have all the resources of the Crusade at my disposal. I'm sure we can assist in your work. I do not think that's possible. This is our life's work. It requires endless devotion and can only be completed by followers of Pelura in their sacred temple. No one can aid us in this task. However, Alindor hesitates. There's other work we were forced to abandon because we lacked the strength, time, and resources. We previously explored the possibility of opening new world wounds or improving existing ones. Did you know the wound has already undergone a growth spurt of sorts? It's not entirely clear what happened, but the wound suddenly began to expand at a rapid pace, and the energies of the Abyss poured out of it. We tried to discover what triggered this event, so we could prevent it from happening again. Research on that subject ended several decades ago, but we can give you everything we managed to discover. However, you should be careful. This is dangerous knowledge, and it must not fall into the wrong hands. What is the situation in Pelura's Fall? Things are no better or worse than they have been over the past 100 years. The temple is safely hidden from the prying eyes of the demons. They simply cannot see it. However, only the most experienced fighters leave the boundaries of the temple, and they do so secretly, for the heart of the World Wound lies beyond its walls. Demons and false corruption. Even the corpses of our own dead have turned against us, horrible dogs. You said that you've been living here for 100 years, but you don't look that old. That is a rather uncomfortable subject for us, but by the will of Lady Pelura, all the inhabitants of the temple live longer than normal lifespan, allotted to mortals. We have no need for sun or orchid elixirs, as our queen does. The power of the stars sustains us. We will face Pharasma's judgment only when we fulfill our mission, or our temple falls. Oh. Gifts from the gods are a double-edged sword. Sometimes you can't tell if you've been blessed or cursed. Even so, it's better than living a dull mortal life and never once hearing a voice from on high. It is true, I see you're versed in our affairs of the gods and our old traditions. I know a thing or two. The hand of the narrator, and I have matters to discuss with you. My righteous allies, allow me to tell you about the matters that has brought us here. You knew Targona and Lariel, the angels who defended Sarkoris in its final dark days. Here you helped me to discover the fate of Lariel, and it was, alas, sorrowful. But I have not lost hope of finding Targona, and I believe you can help me. Here he has a special gift, the imprint of Lariel's sword. This sword was made by Targona. I know it is within your power to look for the creators of this blade. If Kiryu reveals its power to you... Alindra and Kater exchange glances. Of course, we would not deny help to our allies. My lady Pelura would also be glad to see Targona return. If we manage to find her alive, but this scrying ritual requires preparation. I will give the necessary orders. You will have to wait until everything is ready, and the stars favor our efforts. We will help, but it would be best if you leave Pelura's Fall after the ritual. Forgive my bluntness, Hand of the Inheritor, but you and the Knight Commander are notable figures. The demons are surely trying to track you, and if they follow you to our temple, our work may come to a tragic end. Alindra's eyes drift toward one of the guards, and she is silent for some time. Then she says softly, I would like you to be our guest for a while, Knight Commander. While you wait for the ritual, see the way we live, talk to our people. Maybe news of a Crusade rival will bring some cheer to our little community. I would ask you to pay special attention to the temple guards, as well as to the Stargazers Odin, Regnard, and Tariel. Dark clouds veil their souls, but it is not within my power to help them. You should honor her request, Champion of Elindra. Champion Elindra is one of the most radiant souls I know, and Kater is one of the most loyal and devoted. They have spent 100 years together with their comrades in voluntary isolation. It would be easy to lose one's clarity of perspective. I do not know mortals well enough to sense whether doubt or despair lives in the hearts of those who dwell in the Fold, but perhaps you can. Huh? Well, that's a next time deal. Day 22. Save. Big. This day turn 2, right? Yeah, 20. Well, we got some work done today. I don't know what the fuck's working for, sorry guys. Oh, we got some stuff done. We successfully respect Ember. It's a pretty good effort. Oh. I would go yell at them, but we're leaving in a second, so not worth it. That's gonna be for me. Love you all. Appreciate you all. I'll be back regular time on Tuesday with more Wrath of the Righteous at regular time 10:00 North time, 10 a.m. GMT +2. Schedule down there in local time zones. We will be hopefully doing a bit more actual playing in the game and a lot less going through inventories and checking abilities and leveling up, but that is a part of the game, so a little bit inevitable. But we'll see what we can get done next time. If you're new, feel free to stream, doing Discord, all that good stuff. There's a raid, heading over to X chapters, raid and raids. I think this was a pretty overall good sesh. It was nice to get Ember's respec out of the way at least, so that's done. And I guess we spent a bunch of money too. It is it's like the inevitable part of some of these games that is just like a lot of like dialogue sometimes. And it takes a long while to read through it. Just one of these like little dialogue things takes like 30 minutes to go, so that's I mean I think most of the dialogue is pretty good in the game, so I'm not lamenting the fact. I actually think like especially when I played Kingmaker, I wasn't too interested in the Pathfinder universe, but now I am interested in it, so it's like it's actually valuable information to get. I'm actually interested in what like Iomade is like from the perspective of her inheritor, or not her inheritor, her oh god, why am I blanking? Whatever. How am I blanking Swar on this? Whatever they do this. I'll remember it later. But yeah, that's it for me. Love you all. Appreciate you all. I'll be back in a couple days on Tuesday, like I said. Keep fighting fast, have a good rest days, and bye bye.